Yo, peace, y'all. This is the Views from the 7 podcast. It's your guy, Spencer. I'm joined with my homeboys, Ivan.
What's good?
I don't know what he doing with these sleeveless hoodies. It's too cold.
Got a regular hoodie over there, too.
And it's white. Well, it's not. It's off-white.
Off-white's crazy.
He actually cut the sleeves off of that one, though.
I did, yeah.
Oh, that's gross.
That's a homemade.
Yeah, it is.
Ivan, I mean,
He had to get
damn,
the orange through
I
somehow.
can't hear wifey
Man,
microphone. Say, do it again.
that's crazy.
I said that's
There you go.
homemade. Okay.
A homemade sleeveless hoodie.
Absolutely.
Insane.
Cool. Wow. That's
What does that process look like?
That cut
Like
the sleeves
what makes you just like think? Let me cut the sleeves off of my.
off? No, the sleeves actually got stained, so it was just like I like sleeveless hoodies, and,
Oh,
and the
okay.
sleeve was stained. So boom, God just stepped in. It was like,
And his
You're
arm
welcome.
got how else is the arm gonna fit
I
through
heard
that
that.
to make it space?
How else can you fit through the sleeve?
on a wheat Tim shirt, got a pair of wheat Tims. How does that happen?
What does that process look like?
What does that process look like?
SO.
Pickable.
Oh my God. Hey, shout out to SO, man. Hey, I applaud you for coming in here every day with your Dallas Cowboy shit.
I
on,
woke up
boy.
today like, man, I don't even
That's
know why
a
I'm putting
tough
this
life.
bullshit on, man.
That is a tough life.
Shout out to y'all, man. Just go ahead and blow it up. Build around CD, man. That's it.
We just
And
need.
y'all need Jerry Jones to die.
I was just about to say, hey, I ain't wishing death on nobody, but I mean, God bless us.
Hey, man, 'cause he ain't going nowhere. Skinny,
Yeah.
what's up, bro?
What's going on?
Wifey in the house.
Yeah.
I don't feel this. I was about to say something smart.
About me?
No, shout out to wifey.
Oh, go ahead. Hey, I'm ready today.
We have.
Oh, dressed in
know
all
that.
black. Ready for it.
We have a very, very special guest in the house. I would like to say he is probably the most controversial.
Polarizing.
Infamous.
Oh, yeah, I was going right to it. Look at that, Greg. Look at that.
Teamwork.
Teamwork make the dream work. Let's go.
Infamous business owners in the city. Chef DB.
DB.
Well, I don't even know where we gonna start, man. I got a lot of lines.
Man, you got a lot of stuff.
I got a
We
lot.
get
This was just a story of DB.
I mean,
Where you
So-
want to start at?
it's a rags to riches story, but
Okay.
you know, it's a lot of grinding, a lot of sacrificing, a lot of controversy, a lot of hating, a lot of jealousy, a lot of backstabbing. It's everything that you want in a Tyler Perry movie.
I hate you had to bring up
I
Tyler.
say you like that.
Crazy.
That's how you know it's something crazy. Like
It
if Tyler
is.
Perry is involved, it's crazy.
All right, first things first. We got to get it out the way.
Let's go.
A lot of people refuse to support you because there's word and articles out there about you messing with children.
Right.
Is this a true allegation or not?
Nah, it's a baby mama drama thing. I addressed it when it first came out. It was kind of unfortunate because the timing. I had just got the keys to DB's, and 2 weeks later I'm in handcuffs. So it was like one of those things where you just like, dang God, like I done been through so much already to get to the pinnacle, and then to lose it all over something that's not true.
Yeah.
So sitting in the jail cell during that time was hard because you know how social media works.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna show you how bad it was. Prior to that, I used to be a correctional officer out here, and I had got arrested for bringing cell phones in to the institution.
I was just about to ask you that question.
All right, so the woman I was with at the time, when we broke up, she put me on child support. So when you get a paycheck that you working 80 weeks in the jail and your check is $350, driving from Vegas to Indian Springs, that's gas money.
Absolutely.
So one thing I know how to do is hustle, so I'm gonna get some money. So I started my little cell phone enterprise and contraband. I was a smuggling thing, bro. Like the cartel could have used me for real. I was that guy. Like if they needed it, I got it in there. And at the time, you're not worried about nothing. You're trying to survive. I got a place to live. I got cars. All the stuff that I got legally by working.
Yes.
And then for them to come in and illegally take more than the allowed amount of money from my check and leave me with nothing. It's like, what you supposed to do with this? And I think a lot of people can relate to that.
Absolutely. I'm a year removed.
It was my choice. You know what I'm saying? I did what I did. I'm not gonna sit here and I don't really feel like I'm ashamed of it. I know some people that rub people the wrong way. I wasn't sorry about what I did. I was sorry I got caught. And that's just me being.
That's really what it is, though.
Yeah. So going from that, you gotta realize I made myself a target for the state of Nevada
Absolutely.
because they wanted me to do some serious prison time and I didn't. So for them, it was kind of like, dang, this dude brought cell phones. The pimp dude, Amar Harris, had got some of the phones. That's what kind of made it bigger than what it needed to be because, you know, you do anything on the strip, it's all bad.
I was actually I was on jury duty for that trial.
Oh, shit? Oh.
And I made it all the way to the courtroom, and they didn't tell us who it was. So when we walked in the courtroom, he was sitting there, and I was like, "Oh shit, what is this?" And then they dismissed me because I had said that under no circumstances could I put somebody to death, and they dismissed me. But I made it all the way to the courtroom, and I didn't know like everybody's just sitting in this courtroom. I'm like, "Oh shit."
And the crazy part with him was, I wouldn't sell to him because he was too flamboyant. Like he's a type of dude that would get you caught. He finessed a way to get to somebody, to get to me, to sell them the phones at a way. It's kind of like when you're in the streets. Somebody come in and they trying to sell keys for $12.5. You know, good and down well that's a ridiculous price. Facts. But greed would make you cop that deal, and next thing you know, the boy is on you.
So how was it? So because you said you did time? You did time for the allegations.
I did. So with moving to the allegations. So I'm on probation, and here we go with these allegations, and you go and they lock you up just because you had negative contact with the police. So the judge was supposed to give me a straight 5 years. She instead she was like, I don't believe the allegations. I am obligated to send you upstate, but I'm not going to max you out. So she ended up giving me a 1 to 3. During that time, they were like, well, here's the deal. You got these allegations. We don't have no evidence. Will you be willing to take a polygraph exam? And they was like, no, we can't force you to do it. If you pass it, I'm gonna be honest with you, you going to jail the rest of your life. If you fail it, excuse me, if you fail it. If you pass, then we gonna figure out a way to release you. So they was like, I advise you not to take it because right now the case is weak. So what you want to do? I don't want to leave no doubt. So I said, fuck that, give me the polygraph. Yeah. So we took the polygraph, passed it. Now they scrambling because some people was like, fuck, we got him on the hook. Yeah. Like, what can we do? What I thought was interesting was when I had originally got arrested.
What were the allegations?
It's sexual assault against a minor, lewdness with a minor, corrosion, and when you do it, it's like 50 million counts of it, right? Like that's how they do it. They throw a bunch of shit on there, and just hope this one thing sticks. Yep. One thing sticks, we get some time out of them. The issue the thing that I thought was funny was this. Brittany, who I was married to at the time, she knew I was in the building being questioned and all that kind of stuff. She's in the parking lot waiting for me. I text her and I told her, they moving weird. I'm not sure what's going on, but they got me locked in a room, and I've been here for an hour. Stay in the parking lot, get my attorney on the phone. So then lady comes in and she placed me under arrest, black lady too. And I'm like, what am I being arrested for? She was like, for, sexual assault, lewdness, she let names out the stuff. So first thing I said, well, if you're accusing me of raping my sons. Oh, wow. Now, mind you, these are my sons. People don't know that. If you go read people's comments, they tell you I was fucking somebody in the jail. I was raping boys they just make up anything. Jesus. But these are my sons. Jesus Christ. So you name one black dad that wants they son, excuse my language, but to be like a sissy. We ain't raising our sons. We raising our sons to be men. Yeah. So it's like to just like all that shit is a slap in the face to me, especially like my background and where I'm from. So I said, well, why wouldn't you get a medical exam done? That'll prove everything you need. That's not gonna prove nothing. The fuck you mean it's not gonna prove nothing? Anytime there's rape involved, a rape kit is supposed to be administered.
mandatory.
Yeah.
So why are you not doing that? But then they had CPS come to my house and have my kids that lived in my house with me go get medically examined. So I said, so my 2 sons, who the allegations are made for from their mom, you don't go test them, but you're gonna test the kids that are in my house.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Go
Go ahead.
I would say, how does that affect your sons and your son's relationship?
My sons are mentally fucked up. And I think this is the part that kind of agitates me more than anything, because I don't give a fuck what people say about me. You know, they talked about Jesus, bro. Like, so it is what it is. Like, you definitely want people to put respect on your name, but you can't blame people for reading an article and they not knowing, like not having the resources to do research to really find out what's going on.
Yeah.
All they can go off of is what's on the surface. So it's like, and if you don't know me personally, you know, you could be up in the air. There's nothing wrong with that. But you know, when it comes to my sons, nobody understands the negative impact it's had on them mentally. My oldest son's been in and out of mental hospitals, been on suicide watch, all types of stuff. And this is coming from a mom that is telling them to say these things for years, almost like a pimp brainwashing a hoe.
Yeah.
So I'll put it to you guys like this: if you're a devout Christian, right? Devout Christian, and your kid is, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5 years old, and that's all they know is Christianity.
Yes.
Then they get plucked from you. They go with your mom, and their mom's a Muslim. So from 5 years old to, you know, current day, all they know is Muslim, Muslim, Muslim,
yeah.
Muslim, Muslim. So now that their thought process changed, they forget what they thought they learned with you, and all they know is what mom's teaching them. So they did what's called a forensic interview with the kids, and, you know, asked them a bunch of questions to kind of get down to it. So I got it right here, matter of fact.
Christ.
So during the interview, they get to the conclusion. So they said, you know, I came into the office, conducted the interview. I denied, obviously, everything. It appeared that the children have been coached as to what to say. There were many reasons for us to reach this decision, with the children not being able to provide basic details, some inconsistency, some words that were used by the children that were in connection with the same thing the caller said. Words like, I'm emotionally abused, I'm physically abused. Well, what does emotionally abused mean? I'm physically abused. This is stuff that they said. So it's like, so, you know, you got the professionals, you got the testing that they was coached to say these things. They know that it was coached. It's a history of stuff. You got that. You got the polygraph and the refusal to take a medical exam. 5 years later, I'm still awaiting trial.
God.
So you still haven't went to trial.
The case ain't
Nah.
closed yet?
So that's why I said, so when people be, oh, he's a pedophile, I'm sitting here, I'm a pedophile. Well, find me on the sex offender
Yeah,
list.
we did check. We definitely checked.
Find that I was found guilty of it. Like, tell me that. Like, I'll tell you it's a lot. It's stress on me. It's obviously it affects business. You know, but the underlying thing is it affects my children, and that's where my problem lies.
What's your relationship with them now?
I haven't talked to them since 2016.
Jesus Christ.
So it's 2024, about to be 2025. So you got 9 years of no contact. She isolated them from her family. Her family don't talk to her. Her family coming to the court to testify on my behalf. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously they haven't no contact with my family. Like they like isolated. Yeah. So it's just real unfortunate.
So is it like a court order where you can't see them, or
she works for family court.
Oh man,
she works for family court. She's a bailiff down there, so she kind of and wow. She had a sister that worked for CPS. Like she got a judge in her back pocket. It's a lot of stuff. This dude, the judge she worked for, he had got reelected and was forced to step down for shady dealings. And when you kind of read between the lines, every time I went to court, she was finna get $10,000 a month in child support. I'm a cook. I'm not an NBA player, NFL player. They was finna give this woman $10,000 a month in child support. Like, so it's like when I see, excuse me, getting choked up, but like when I see this shit that I go through, nobody knows what it's like to be cyberbullied. Nobody knows what it's like to have motherfuckers like just constantly saying shit that they just don't know, like what's up, and they don't get the opportunity to talk to me like we talking right now to kind of see the other side of things. And it's like the negative effect has been like tremendous.
How do you as a father, like how do you push forward? You know, because I can relate to your situation a little bit, not the allegations, but your situation, and how do you manage to push forward? Because you got to push forward as a father, but you know when you got other children, and it's like you see the pictures and you taking pictures with them, but you know there are two there that's not.
That's
not
probably
a
the most
complete
difficult
feeling.
thing in the sense of like this. My kids that I have with Brittany, they're aware that they have two brothers that they never met.
Ivan, my God, back away from the mic.
What I do?
You snoring in the mic. God damn.
You know, I'm the 7 I apologize.
My bad. I know it's a little boring, man. My bad.
No, hell no. No, you good. What's one of them CPAP machine? You need a CPAP machine.
CD and E. Huh?
Nigga snoring awake. God damn. Nigga came here in off-white and snoring a while. All right. Okay.
Way to lighten up the mood.
Yeah, so I'm sorry. God damn. No, I was like, trying to let it go. Like, is he gonna wake
Y'all
up?
have to
Like,
excuse
a
them.
little bit. All right. Yeah. So, as you were saying, the relationship. How does that?
So they're aware of them. Then you got like my older daughter that like grew up with her brothers. So for her it's frustrating because she be looking for them on social media, like hoping that they're gonna emerge, but like they're not on social media. There's no way to contact them. And then her family, for a little while they was able to see and visit with them, but she cut that off. She like basically used the kids like as like a weapon of mass destruction. Like, you're gonna do what I tell you to do, or you ain't gonna see the kids. And that's just kind of the dynamics of the shit. So.
How do you,
and then for me, like you were saying, like how do I, like, I have my moments where I cry, like in secret, because as a father, like I had two daughters first, so when I had my sons, it was just like bro, I was so I'm like, man, I'm about to start them in sports early, like we about to have all the cars and video games, like it's up, and he's gonna have all the flyers, gear, like everything I didn't have as a kid growing up. I couldn't wait to give it to my son. And then I had another son, so then it's like, well, I got two boys, like two girls. I'm straight. So you kind of had that relationship, and then it's like it's gone. And then to know like my kids out there suffering mentally, and there's nothing I could do as a father. Like, I have no rights. Like when they put me in jail, they took my parental rights, and like they just left it at that. They didn't even let me go to court to like state my case. Like when you in custody, they have to come get you out the cell and take you to court. Yep. They didn't take me to court for my when they had the little hearing. And since I've been out, it was like we can't do nothing till your court's over. Then when you go to court, criminal court, every time it's we're not ready, Your Honor. We're gonna push it back. Oh, we're having difficulty with the you're gonna have difficulty because it's bullshit. Like, Jesus. Why is it so hard for y'all to do the right thing that y'all swore under oath to do? Like, you don't have a case, it's bullshit. Cut your ties. And then for me, it's like, they got deals on the table. I made the mistake of taking the deal before to go home, knowing that I was innocent. And anybody who's been in jail will understand, like, when your trial date is 9 months out and they're telling you can go home today, and you like, well, shit, I ain't finna do nothing reckless or stupid. I'm finna go home. Fuck this. Yep, guilty, Your Honor.
Right.
That's part of the system that's just, that's flawed, especially versus minority men. So it's like you do what you gotta do to go home, basically. So right now they got deals on the table, and I'm not taking them because at the end of this is massive lawsuits. Like
So it's still going on.
yeah, it's still going on. So
Shit.
so for me, that's why I said like it's difficult when I see people. Oh, he's a pedophile. Don't fuck with him. You know what I'm sitting there like, what are you talking? What was I convicted of?
This is in Nevada or in your home state?
This is Nevada.
Okay.
It's Nevada. So that's
So,
what we're
so the
saying.
allegations.
Even after the polygraph.
After the polygraph, it's so bad. My probation officer wouldn't revoke my probation because he was like, yo, I had a dude that was a certified sex offender who had got released, went to a quinceañera. A girl made allegations against him that was kind of his MO. Buddy took the polygraph exam, set free. Like that. Set free. And he was just like, he said the polygraph is sometimes the only like thing that they have to go off of. And it holds a lot of weight when it's a sex crime.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like there's no gray area. Either you did it or you didn't. So that's kind of where it's at with that. So he was just like he was like, nah, I'm not letting them. I'm not revoking your shit. I'm not. No.
But where the allegations came out before or after you got in trouble?
After the cell phones.
How much of this do you feel like the state was really going after you because you was a CEO and you should have known better?
You know what? It's been said that that's what the underlying issue is, but to prove it is something totally different. But you can kind of tell. You could tell. It's kind of like with OJ. OJ, depending on where you are, you either think he killed them people or he didn't. But some state officials, the important people, he did it. If that motherfucker steal a pack of gum, we sending his ass upstate.
So, cause we're going to get into it. Now we're going to go back. I just had to address it because that's one of the things where, people just have a line drawn in the sand. They won't support you because of said allegations. But I did look into it when I found out you were a CEO. And that is the occupation that has the highest incarceration rate.
Really?
Yes.
Were you in PC because you was a CEO, or did you?
Not, you know what? I'll tell you this. They tried to set me up to get killed while I was locked up. When you're an officer in any state, and you get in any kind of trouble, the state will move you to a different state to sell your jail sentence, so you're not in the same state as the people that you either arrested if you was a street cop or when in charge of as a CO.
Okay.
So they sent me up to Lovelock, which is the PCR, to try to say that they're protecting me. And he put me in a unit with a bunch of dropouts. So dropouts is like the dudes that's pretty much at the end of their jail sentence. They used to be shot callers and stuff like that.
Okay.
And they're just trying to get to the house.
Yeah.
So that's what I was locked up with. When I hit the yard, it was, oh, what's up, Blake? You need anything, let us know, man. You always was solid.
That's crazy.
And that's what it was. We know, and it was like, man, that's some fucked up allegations you got, but you know what I'm saying? Like, we know how the system go, bro. We know they out to get you. And that was just kind of how it was.
So with that being a common thing, because like if you know anybody that's in prison, like phones it's not unheard of. Like people have phones in there. So why was it such a
big thing with me?
a big thing with you?
So when I was a CO, I was a representative for like other COs when they used to get like wrongfully terminated.
For like the union?
No, when I knew for the union, freelance.
Oh, okay.
Because I had a old punk ass sergeant that tried to like railroad me. And when I went into the hearing, and I seen how they just like flat out lie. They don't give a fuck. Like they would go in there and just say whatever the fuck they want to say, and because they're at a certain stature, they just they're supposed to have high integrity, so they just go with it. There's a lot of corrupt motherfuckers in there. And then you have a lot of cats that was like bullied when they was in high school and shit, and they get a badge, and then they think they Billy Badass, and they in there like starting trouble. And then you got cats that's just normal. They there to work a job and nothing more, nothing less. So it's like when I saw that, I represented myself and I won. Then they tried to fire me a second time. I represented myself and I won. So at this point, it's like I'm like that roach that you step on. You go get the toilet paper, come back, and motherfucker gone. so they just couldn't get rid of me.
Yeah.
And it started becoming an issue. But what also happens is the legend starts being grown. So now when other people get in trouble, they're like, "Hey man, hey Blake, they saying this, they saying that. All right, well they didn't follow this procedure, they didn't follow that procedure. You'll be all right. They give you like 5 days on the beach, you'll be back." So these dudes, when they get fired, what happens is you get retro pay. So if you've been gone for a year, and then you get your job back, you about to get that whole year of pay. So I cost them some money.
Oh, okay.
So
Did you have a? Well, first of all, today is for the first time I met you. I've met you.
Yeah.
And the accent is distinct. I heard it like as soon as you sat down and we was having a conversation. How did you get from Louisiana to
Vegas? Well, my dad was military, so I've been in California. I got a lot of California, and then obviously Louisiana. I think when you a kid, you fall in love with some shit that is not good for you.
Yeah.
Because it's the excitement and the thrill, right? So my dad did his shit. He got us out of our situation and put us in a nice situation, living in a suburb in California, and so you kind of get a taste of that living. When I graduated, I didn't want to be out there, so I went back to the hood. And when you go back from living like a good life to going and looking at couches like, oh yeah, sitting on that shit. I stayed for about a year and a half, 2 years, and I was like, nah, this ain't me no more. I don't got what it takes to be in the streets no more.
Yeah.
It's time to get right. So I ended up going back to California, got my own place. Met a girl, then I started working. It was oil refineries and shit like that. But you travel a lot.
Yeah.
So she had it was great money. Then she had got pregnant with my son, and I was like, okay, I need something more like steady. I was reading this Forbes magazine on the shitters. Funny as hell. I literally was in the Porta John.
Great ideas.
I was literally on the Porta John on the shitter, man. And I'm reading this Forbes magazine. I'm looking at these careers with money for people who don't have college degrees. Corrections was number 2. I don't even remember what number 1 was, but corrections was number 2. And the dude was from New York. He had made something like almost $250,000 in 1 year. And
Shit.
And he was just like, I work unlimited overtime. If you're a hustler, he's like, this is a great job because you can work as much as you want and get paid. So I was like, damn. So I applied. New York, I considered the cost of living. I was like, yeah, that probably, I can't go down there because I was like, I am cool. I thought Texas was going to be like a big one. Nope. It was California and Nevada.
Okay.
California's cost of living is up. So it was, New York was number 1, California was number 2, and Nevada was number 3. My dad and his retired friends had worked at, after they got out of the military, they worked in the prison. So it was kind of already in my head. So I was like, damn, it would be crazy to go from like streets and trouble youth to turn your life around and working on the inside trying to figure shit out.
This nigga Ivan gonna have this recording sound like like an air conditioning, like the air conditioning.
No, you don't keep blaming it on me. My head turned. I'm not even.
Cupcake got a Twinkie coming out next month. It's a bad motherfucker. But yeah, that's it. I just heard.
You looking at me for nigga? My face ain't in the mic.
Your throat is
that's-
though. That's crazy
sound-
to say it.
In the mic.
Like you got like it's all here.
Oh,
Look.
it's at his neck.
Yeah, like it's right at
Oh,
your
yeah.
neck.
It's
Give me breathing
recording
through
your
my
neck
neck.
sounds.
Nigga, what? Yes, you can. That's a bicep too.
That
nigga.
sound like I ain't the only nigga in the room need a CPAP machine. Is what it sound like.
I'm not saying I don't know. I was just telling you
Where your throat is.
I didn't want to say it again. Thank you, Jada.
Yeah, all right.
So you chose Nevada. You chose Nevada.
Yep.
Terrible idea.
Yeah, I figured. I started in Ely. You ever been to Ely?
That's the max. Yeah, my pops is there.
Oh my God, bruh.
I hate it.
I went through that town. Man, I had to put a call out because I'm driving into town and it's called White Pine County. But when I'm driving, all I seen was White P. Right? I was like, what the fuck did I just see?
Yeah.
I keep driving. Next thing I know, it's a big ass like man moose fucking reindeer nuts in my windshield. Like I'm staring at his nuts. I'm like, what the thing was big as fuck for no reason. I was like, what is this shit? I did say it's an elk. But
welcome to Nevada outside of Las Vegas.
but that thing was huge. I'm like, yo, what the hell? And my countryside kick in. I'm like, boy, I wish I had a rifle. Boy, I had some meat for sure. But
pause.
I get
Ball beat is crazy.
I get to the damn town. It's a big WP in the mountain. All these people walking around with little WPs on their cap, staring at me. I was like, what the hell? I went to the grocery store. This little white girl was in the like standing up in the little shopping cart. She couldn't be no more than probably like 5, and she just like staring at me, just staring. So I kind of went like this, and she like simmed up, and she was like, "Mom, one of those nigga things is out the TV."
Shit.
One of those nigga things out the TV.
That's how they
Oh, that's how they. Yeah, that's how
Yeah, you
they.
be different.
They don't see that. They don't see us out there like that.
I was like, the fuck? So the lady, she didn't want to make eye contact. So I walked by. I said, that's pretty fucking embarrassing. And I just kept going. Come to the yard, one of the officers, like, it was like my second day there. He kind of pulled me to the side and he was like, yeah, it's, where you from? He's like, oh, yeah, it's a little different up here.
Clearly.
And he's like, that was my wife at the grocery store. And it was like he was.
Oh shit.
It was like he expected me to apologize to him. And I'm sitting here looking at him. I'm like, boy, you old puss ass nigga, you gonna get out my face? I was like, I said that's fucking embarrassing, bro. And he was like, hey, you got to learn a few things about out here. Like
That's
patting me on the
crazy.
shoulder, and I'm like, I was like, I don't know if I'm finished. I had called
And
my
this what,
people.
2014, 2013?
This was like 2010.
That's crazy.
Damn.
2010.
His daughter called you a nigga, and he wants you to apologize.
Oh, you want me to apologize?
That's different.
Probably
It's a
for
different
waving
way.
at her.
It's a different way of living out there, man.
Emmett Till, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a different way of living out there.
So it was way different. So that's how I got out here. And then the baby mom that got me with all the pedophile shit, she was working up there too. And one of the officers had like followed her home because she had reported him for always leaving piss all over the toilet and stuff like that, and then calling her a black bitch. So he had reported, or she had reported him, and then she told me. So I'm already like like fuck this job. I see cat. It's on site. So he was following her home one day. So I'm going to work, waiting for her to come watch our son so I can go to work, right? So she called me, she crying, oh, he's following me and he's doing little gun signs. I said, all right, just drive slow and bring him. I'm outside waiting for his ass. So he ended up turning off before she got to the crib. But like now I'm going to work.
Yeah.
I'm looking for this motherfucker. So I'll coming into work and he's walking out. And I'm like, I'm about to fire on his ass. Fuck this job, I'm done. And then you kind of like, but I'm starting to walk in, and I could see in the reflection, he kind of like through the little window, he kind of went like that as I walked by him.
Yeah.
So I turned around, I ain't even punch him, I slapped the shit out of him. Like open hand bitch slap, like, you know what I'm talking, like slap the shit out of him. He did that little, that shit where they be like, shaking their head and stuff. Don't fucking touch me again.
Yeah.
So I just slapped him again. And he just like he was gonna do something. So I just grabbed him by the throat and pushed him up against the wall. And it's like, man, if you ever fucking say some shit to my wife, look at my wife, anything, nigga, I'm in your shit. And I kind of let him go, kicked his little bike over. And
Like a bicycle?
no, it was the little, not the motorcycle, the little dirt bikes.
Okay, yeah.
He was one of them. So I walked in. I knew I was getting fired.
Yeah.
I went to my little unit, and they got 2 towers that oversee the prison plus the parking lot. So when I get to the unit, the phone ring, and dude's like, "Hey Blake," I'm like, "Damn, I didn't even put no gear on, nothing. I was waiting for the call to get fired." So I'm like, "Yeah, it's Blake. holy shit, you smacked the fuck out of his ass. And I'm sitting here like, I'm like, hello? She was like, it was a lady. She was like, yeah, that fucking bastard, he's a womanizer. He was like, me and the girl from the other tower, we saw the whole thing. And if he tries to bitch up and call, we're going to say that we didn't see nothing. You walked in and there was nothing. We saw the whole thing. He was like,
That's crazy.
So he had a history of this
yeah.
fucking fucking with women.
Women.
So you know, he ended up like writing a bunch of racist stuff in the union, and they end up transferring me to High Desert, and that's how I ended up getting to Vegas.
Was that a culture shock for you, like going from a max prison to High Desert?
I think what was it for me was just like when you go to prison, it's a lot of dudes that was locked up in Ely that I talked to today, that just show their appreciation because I helped them get through the time, because they was treating them dudes like shit up there, especially the black inmates. So
That's the PC yard now.
Yeah. I think they was trying to open it up or something.
They're
crazy.
opening it up now. Yeah.
But
High Desert?
nah,
Ely's the
Ely.
PC yard now.
Really?
They trying to turn High Desert to the max. I think they were saying.
No shit.
Yeah, Ely the PC yard now.
Yeah. So yeah, that was kind of, it was weird. Like this is to kind of see it. Like dudes wasn't taking dudes out to get their showers, like not giving them their full portion of food, not letting them use a phone. They was treating them bad, and I went up there and just did my job, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, why would you not give somebody the full portion of their food? You're not paying for it, and we're gonna throw it in the trash. Like, eat all this shit up,
Yeah.
because I don't want to take the trash out. Like, here. But
It's
like,
easy.
real
I mean,
shit.
it's easy. Especially I had so many family members that was down, man. It's easy to forget like they're as punishment, not for punishment.
Period. But that's how I go. So, and that's not to say that I ain't never had a run in with somebody. Like, being on that side is almost like being guilty by association, because some people can't disassociate you as this being a person that has a job. You a bitch ass pig. So you deal with something like that. But if you came in contact with me, I'm gonna treat you like a man. And we cool. But you need toilet paper, it's not gonna kill me and get you no toilet. Take 2 rolls. I want you to be straight.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I was. Like,
You can't say that to some of the gay pilots.
oh man.
Yeah, they can take that raw. They can
Want you
take
to
that
be
raw.
straight.
Man.
Yeah, they can take that kind of raw.
Man.
So, okay, so when did you feel like it started to go down, to change for you?
Once I
Or you
got
started
locked
going
up,
on the dark as a CEO when you started to go.
when
on
I
the
started
dark
doing
side?
it was nothing. It was just a check. It was a check. It was just a money thing. It had nothing to do with nothing. It was literally, I got a check that was $300, and I'm like, how am I supposed to survive with this?
How do you
And you
get
had,
$300?
yeah, after
Child
80 work,
support.
child support, they was taking, and then
The
they had,
CEOs get paid like once a month, don't they? Isn't it
Twice.
like monthly?
we get twice.
Oh, okay, twice.
We get
Oh,
twice.
okay.
But it's like one check take out your insurance and stuff like that, and then your other check is like a full check.
Jesus.
But when you're a CEO, you have to get permission to work a second job, and they can deny you the opportunity to go make more money. And if you get caught working another job, you can get fired. So it's like you in a pickle. So yeah, I'm sitting here. I'm like, the child support lady called me. He's like, yes, Mr. Blake, you you supposed to pay $1,250 for the support. I see we take it out your check, but it's not covering. You need to make you negative $300 every month. You need to make the payment. And I'm sitting here like, I said, do you guys not understand that you're taking more money out of my check than you supposed? Like, I'm not supposed to be paying $1,250. It should really be like cut in half. But and I'm like, and then my sons are at my house 24/7. So going back to that, I'll tell you, I'm gonna tell y'all this. I can't really say a lot of stuff, but I'll tell you this. During the interview with my sons, one of the things I thought was absolutely just so telling was when me and her broke up. I had a house, and my son stayed with me pretty much 24/7, to the point where I would take them to work with me when I had a little security job. It was like that. She worked overtime, the kids with me, alone in my house. I didn't turn into Chester molester until me and Brittany moved in together. So a whole year of them just living with me by themselves, nothing ever happened. But as soon as me and Brittany move in together, all of a sudden, I'm Chester the molester.
That's crazy. Get your sons, man. That's
Your sons, my sons.
So when did you come up with the idea? Okay, I'm gonna start.
I'ma sell phones?
I'm gonna do some side. I'm gonna do some
How
side
much money?
It was oh man, it was big money. What happened was this. So my ex, I told you she was a prison guard before she became a bailiff. The dude that she was having an affair with, he was a yard investigator down there, and he was like doing some foul shit.
So y'all be fucking each other too.
Nah, hell nah. Because I ain't want to get into that side of it because that should have had y'all like, when I say Tyler Perry, y'all be like, what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave that part alone.
Got you.
But what I'm gonna say is, they was doing some illegal stuff to inmates in there, and the inmates was about to retaliate. They put a green light on him, her, and it was 4 other officers. So the dude brought me the manila envelope, and it's pictures of all these people like at various places. So when it got to her, she was picking my kids up from daycare. So somebody's trailing her, taking pictures. And I'm looking at dude, like, what the fuck you want me to do with this? He said, bro, they was just like, talk to Blake, he's solid, give him this. So he gave me a second envelope. So I read the little kite that the dude had wrote me, and he was just basically like, they fucking up our operation down there. When I found out that your old lady was involved, I halted the green light so that I could talk to you. This is what I need.
Oh, he blackmailed you. That's blackmail.
I wouldn't even look at it like blackmail. He was just trying to use his resources. Because, I mean, I could have just said, fuck that. That bitch cheating anyway. Like, go ahead and...
But she got no child support.
Hey,
Green like a motherfucker. Go. Hurry up. Next payment in 5 days. Nigga, go tomorrow. Beyond green, nigga.
yeah.
But that's what it was. So when I brought they package in, that's how I kind of seen that it was easy to do. And then Buddy had told me how much money he had used to pay another cat to bring this shit in for him.
Okay.
But that dude had, I don't know if he quit. I don't remember what happened. I want to say he quit because he didn't get fired. He quit, so he didn't have his plug no more. So he was like, yeah, I used to pay him, blah, 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 blah. And I'm sitting here like, damn, that's how much y'all paying for little shit like that. So then I went home. I talked to my porter, and I had told my porter, I said, yo, you need something? He's like, yeah. He said, fuck yeah. He's like, what? So that's it kind of took off from there. So it was like, he got his shit in, and I was just like, that was a quick little flip. So then it's like, if you know anybody who needs something, let me know. So then, he knew somebody who needs something. They paid. And then it's just like, so then it's like, okay, well, if I'm going to do this, I need to be a little smart. So then, I change my name, and I do all this, stuff, try to set stuff up to where nobody's talking to me directly and things like that. And we just kind of went from there.
And how did you get caught?
Amar Harris. So I was going to open up a security firm, and I needed 10 bands. So I get a little thing saying that there's a dude that want 2 phones for 10 bands.
Wait, how much was the phone? How much was the phones going for?
Way less.
How much the phones were going for in?
They used to be like $500 a pop. And then I even knew people who was doing it for as much as like 2, depending on like certain shit. But $500 a pop was kind of like the going rate for a little regular rinky-dink ass phone.
How much for one? Like I can get on Facebook with?
That probably would have been like $750. Probably like $750.
Smartphone.
Like a little smartphone.
See, I'm too persuadable. Being a CEO ain't for me.
Yeah, and so it's like $750, right? So when Duke had said Duke need 2 for 10,
$750 untaxed.
Yeah.
Just
And
cash.
Free.
Just
My
cash.
God.
And you talking way back then, shit. Now them niggas spending like $1,500, 2 bands to get a
Y'all
phone.
ain't doing TikToks, nigga. Y'all gotta pay for that.
They'll be taking me out in cuffs for real. But
I'm telling you, up in there with the noodle pack, yo. So this is how you gonna make this, right? Let the shit, man.
Damn. Okay, so you say 500 for back. God damn.
500 a pop. So you looking at it and you saying like,
Shit, you bringing more? At this point,
I'm
you
making
bringing-
more money doing that than I am working.
Work to a job.
You see me? So I'm like excited to come to work because I'm like, I'm about to get paid every day. I can't wait to go to fucking work.
Come to work and
Hey, shit.
I'm like, damn.
So Amar Harris comes then.
So this motherfucker he gets to my plug, and the dude was like, yeah, I got this guy. He said, hey, but my old lady's struggling. Like, you think I can get 2 bands out of that? I'm like, yeah, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Like, good shit. I'm telling him, I said, it's probably gonna, it's winding down. Like, we about to be done with this shit. So, you know, I appreciate you. So, boom, I bring those ones in. You know, next day, bring some more shit in. Next day, bring some more shit in. I want to say maybe like 2 weeks had passed. I'm walking in, and one of the CO dudes had this fucking Ghostbuster looking device. I didn't know what the hell it was. I ain't never seen no shit like that. And I said, bro, what the hell is that? He's like, yeah, it's a phone device detector. I said, you could detect a fucking cell? He's like, yeah, dude, it works great. They found some phones in Unit 12. I said, oh. He's like, yeah, we're gonna go hit up Unit 2 in a minute. I said, oh shit.
Unit 2? That's crazy.
I said, well, shit, yeah, yo, go get their ass. So man, I went there, man. And I was like, damn, bro, like it's like you knew shit was popping. So, I one day about 2 weeks after that shit, I'm in the bed, sleep, sleeping, getting ready for my shift, and I get a call. It's the fucking warden. He's like, yeah. Don't worry about coming in today. Go down to Casa Grande. And I said, oh, okay. I got the phone. I knew. I was like, fuck. So I go to Casa Grande. They call me in there, talk to me a little bit. What's Casa Grande? Casa Grande is like the halfway house spot.
Okay.
So, but that's where the office is, like big office for CO. So I go over there, talk to him, and I'm like, damn. Put me on administrative leave, so I'm getting paid to be investigated. And then I remember I had went to California, and part of the thing about being on administrative leave is if they call you in, you have to show up. If you don't, you fucked. So I'm in Cali. They call me like, hey, can you be here at 2? I'm like, I sure the fuck can. Well, I tore that damn freeway up, got back in there. When I walked in that room, that shit was like a movie. They had the big ass whiteboard. Had my picture in the middle.
Damn.
A bunch of other little pictures on there, the strings and shit. And I'm sitting there like, oh, they got me right there. I said, damn.
That's crazy.
But I tried to play it cool. Like, I don't know what y'all talking about. I was like, fuck, they got my ass. So when they came to arrest me, that shit was crazy. Now that shit was crazy. They came with the whole SWAT team. Had the little dudes on, like I mean, they pulled out all the stops. They had fucking robots.
Make an example.
C4 all on the door. They threw the flash grenade up at they went all in, had the little dogs, and I'm like, what? All this shit for some fucking cell phones? I was like, you could have just had me come in and turn myself in. Like, you doing all this shit? White cop from Metro had got busted with it was like a storage thing full of like child porn and shit. He just walked himself in, turned himself in. They gave him 48 hours to turn himself in.
Yeah,
me with cell phones got the whole shit. So that's kind of that's pretty much my story.
So how did you know it led from him?
Who?
Or was he just
from Amar? Because Amar Harris, he had got caught with the phones. I didn't find out until, obviously during the investigation. But this motherfucker was in the cell, talking on one phone, texting on the other phone with the volume up.
Nigga.
So imagine the CEO pushing the little button, asking if you want to go take a shower, and all he hears is, yeah, bitch, you better have my fucking money. I need that shit for my lawyer. Do-do-do-do. Yeah, like I was saying, the fuck? They was like, the phone is on the hook. Who's this nigga talking to? Then you hear the do-do-do, do-do-do. So they go down there, take him out of the cell, get the phone.
He got the ringer on?
Had the ringer on.
Jesus.
Now Buddy cut for solid. He didn't snitch on me. He ain't say nothing. He ain't tell me where he got the shit from, nothing. Some other cats did, without saying my name, snitch. And I was just kind of like, I mean, there's no honor amongst thieves, so you just gotta, take it for what it is. But
So he was just because he was so high profile.
that's why they use that to make it, big.
Do y'all, as a CEO, do you guys use not high profile? How do y'all deal with those that have high profile cases and either are high profile or have high profile cases?
With regards to what, like how do we deal with them while they in there?
Yeah.
They kind of like they try to only let like the CERT team deal with those people, and if the person comes into contact with you, it has to be like naturally, like let's say like a dude is going to the law office and you just so happen to be the CO that's in there. That's the only time you can't go to their unit. If you in their unit and you get fired.
Okay.
So they do it like that. They don't allow no one to have access to their like ID card, like stuff like that. Like O.J. Simpson, for example, when they was bringing O.J. up to Lovelock, they had to do an overnight trip in Ely. They put a mass email out saying, O.J. is gonna be here. If anybody tries to go to the gym or anywhere where he's at, that's your ass.
Shit.
And that's just kind of how that was. So
Amar, did you guys have to treat him differently because it was such a high profile case?
he was in lockdown. They really didn't. His case didn't kind of really go over the top until the cell phone shit hit.
Okay.
And so, and I kind of got a knack for that. Something about me and post just kind of goes. I just be boosting people.
So
hell.
what was that? What was that transition like? Where you going from a CEO to now you in a cell?
It really wasn't nothing different. Only difference, I just couldn't go home. Like when you be up in that, man, like shit. The food, I struggled with the food at first. I was like, bro, you give me cat food, bro, and shit. The shit be expired, and they don't be caring. You give you that little nasty ass tap water out the sink.
With the Sprite taste in it?
Bro, I'd be like, what is this shit? I can't get jiggy with this shit. I don't care how many of them little Kool-Aid packets you put in that shit. That shit trash. So you kind of deal with it. Everybody got that one psycho nigga that's on the cell block that be up beating on his door and I'm gonna burn this motherfucker. Like you hear some of the wildest shit,
I worked
man.
in how I dealt with that nigga the very first fucking day I got to that bitch. I almost quit.
How long did you do?
You did quit.
I mean, technically I did. I'm talking about like the first hour that I was there though.
How long did you do?
I was there. I worked for like 3 months.
Oh.
Why did you stop?
I was trying to become school police actually.
Okay. So
Nigga,
that's
you on a bicycle?
that was the craziest shit you. That was the craziest shit.
My bad.
You know, I'm the fatigue.
He wasn't always that size, man.
2024.
My bad.
I don't know if you noticed that. That motherfucker is a fatigue cowboy sweater.
We won, baby.
2024.
Hey,
You know what I mean? Like,
we won, baby.
just relax a little bit.
My bad.
But deal with cuffs.
What's the wildest thing you seen in the 3 months?
Seeing, I didn't deal with a lot because I was in the office.
Okay.
But that was the wildest shit I dealt
You
with.
in shape to be dealing with no inmates.
Even in the office,
I thought you heard
I
somebody
probably
in
would
the
have
vent
kind
getting-
of tried
Your
to.
sleeves a little tight over there too to have on a hoodie. Like everybody, you know what I'm saying? You might want to put on the sleeveless hoodie too around this bitch. Like everybody got jokes. Not just been sitting here chilling because I had a long day. But a lot of niggas ain't in position to have all these fucking jokes. I just want y'all to know that. You listening, wait until Thursday when the YouTube drop because niggas is not in position to keep talking shit about OI. Let's start there for one. To answer your question, it was like literally.
Yeah, put him on desk duty. He ain't controlling nobody.
Ain't that about a bitch? Ain't that about a bitch? You can smoke all kinds of cell phones underneath them titties. You got cell phone beatboxes.
Put a whole iPad in there.
Oh, see, ain't that about a bitch.
No, it was literally that. Like literally the first hour I was there. I'm in there. I'm filing. I'm in the room filing in the office. I was in there where the ad sales was at. So nobody had explained how this shit worked yet. So I'm in there. Like literally, I was there for an hour, and out of nowhere, it's quiet as the church on a Tuesday. And out of nowhere, you hear, "Fuck you, motherfucker! I'm gonna kill your motherfucking ass." I'm in the room by myself. I think the nigga talking to me. So in my mind, I'm like, I done made $11.75. They can keep this shit. This ain't worth no $11.75, my nigga.
Hell no.
Y'all can keep this. I'm going home.
Oh my God.
It be like that.
Yeah.
The stories that you have is crazy.
I actually took I took a tour.
What, CCDZ?
See, when my pops was down, Indian Springs, it was Indian Springs and Ely.
Yeah.
Those are the two he was at. And then when High Desert came like later. But by the time I got there, I had just took a tour. I knew somebody that had became the CEO, you know, when they graduate and all that. The families would take a tour.
Yep.
Man, that shit scared the shit out of me. How do you turn this shit into a tour in the first fucking place? It's crazy. And then we in the fucking, you know, Vegas ain't big.
Yeah.
Our community not.
Yeah.
So we in the, you know, at the end of it and shit, we at the hold on. First of all, we go to the ward where they are kind of insane.
Yeah.
Scared the dog shit out of me. I'll never go. Boy,
There's
that
those
turned.
stinky motherfuckers in there.
Well, they throwing shit at the
They
door.
throw shit at the door. They use their shit to like write on the window and shit.
Yeah.
They do all that, and then at the end you celebrate in the cafeteria.
Celebrate is crazy.
I mean the COs and shit for the COs.
And then graduated.
Yeah, they do it in the cafeteria.
Okay.
Inmates are making the food or give you the food, right? Now I know like 2-3 people in there, so I go up to I'm getting my food, and I know dude. He used to hoop at Doolittle all the time. I'm like, man, what's happening, man? And how you doing? He's like, man, I'm doing good, man. Getting ready to get up out of here, right? I'm like, word. I said, yeah, man. How long you got, man? They gave me 25 to L, but I'm fighting it.
So he's almost getting up out of there.
You are not getting
You're not almost.
But I think that goes to the mentality. Like, if you start thinking about how much time that you actually got, you go fucking crazy in there. So
Anything with an alphabet, man. You. Now I'm telling you. Remember I was saying earlier about like motherfuckers take deals. They take deals because when you got 10 to 15 years and you start thinking about that shit, and it be like, well, just do 1 year, plead guilty. In your head, you're like, okay, I'm going home. I can see a year.
Yeah.
You know what
Instead
I'm
of
saying? I can
knowing
see
like
you.
they don't got shit, I'm most likely going home anyway.
Yeah.
You be like, fuck.
Yeah, you be like, no, fuck that. And then 10 to 15, like, I can't see, like, what was you doing 10 years ago?
Oh shit.
Exactly.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like, that's a long time to kind of comprehend. You think, like, the Cowboys ain't won the championships in what, 95, 96?
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? That's 30 motherfucking years, man.
30 years.
That's damn near 30 years.
Yeah, that's 30 years.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
Taking it one day at a time, man.
but yeah.
Just like a battered wife, huh?
Cowboys win the Super Bowl, you can get out.
It's an abusive relationship. My goodness.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but I was just like, once I seen it, man, I was like, man, this ain't nowhere. Like, how do you fucking like? The way I looked at it, I was like, there is zero room for any rehabilitation in there. That is strictly
But
survival.
look at it like this. So, I know we kind of
Some people
focus
make the
on
best
the
of it,
negative.
though.
They try to, but they really don't. I'm gonna just keep this shit above.
My homeboy learned.
It's
My homeboy DT learned 5 languages in that motherfucker.
Was he reading or was he taught?
He went to college and everything. He just made his time for him. You know what I'm saying? Now
Yeah.
he came home, he doing good. Like, so you get some people that's like, let me use this time, because like being in, you got time to think, right? Like I have no obligations. I have nothing else to do. I don't got to worry about what my girl is doing today. I don't got to worry about if my mama gonna survive. Like, I don't have to worry about shit because it's in here. So some people will utilize that time to be like, all right, I'm gonna go get these books. I'm gonna go learn this. Some people try to set up their outside life. So for some people it works.
For some,
For
and that
it's
some
rare,
is so
though.
low. Because
Yes.
what you have is you have a system that works perfectly fine. See, people you talk to black
Yeah.
folks a lot of times. They go, oh, the system's broken. No, it's not. The system is designed to do exactly what the fuck it's doing.
Right.
So when you're going in there, you're not rehabilitating. You're getting angrier. When you're going in there, you're around a bunch of other people who are like-minded in the criminal aspect. You're not plotting on something successful. You're plotting on what's going to be the heist, what's going to be the lick when I get out, to try to make some money. Some people have pressure because they talking on the phone to the old lady and she talking about, The bills, baby, I can't pay the bill. And now motherfuckers like, I'm feeling the pressure. I need to get out this motherfucker and I gotta go handle my business. So now it's a bunch of different things. I went in there, bruh, it's fucking recess time. I wasn't around there doing shit. You hear me? Playing bones, playing motherfucking softball, going to the gym hooping, go to chapel just to kill some time, really.
How long you been there?
I was only in there for like 18 months. So you kind of doing this shit and you just like, where air conditioning units need to be fixed. That's a certification that a man can get while he in there.
Yep.
And then when he come home, bam, he's a AC certified tech. That's setting the motherfucker up for success. You work in the kitchen. You can't get these motherfuckers culinary degrees. So when they get out, they can go to the MGM, they can go here and they can go work in these kitchens. Nah. But they know how to operate a full a damn dishwasher machine. They know how to fix it. They know how to do all this shit.
Facts.
But you're not giving them any tools to go out and say this. And then not only that, you go home and you still a felon. You didn't serve your time to the shit, but you still a felon. So now I'm looking at Donald Trump and I'm saying, okay, Mr. President, you a felon. So what can you do to fix this for people who are coming home? You want to make America great again? You talk about that? Let's do this shit. And who's in his ear that's telling him like, because I don't feel like it's a topic that's ever really discussed. Like you go to prison, you're sentenced to a time. They punish you with time. That's the most precious thing we got, right? Is our time. So you go there and you serve your time, and then it's like you come home and you still got a stack against you because now you're out of touch with technology, what's going on in the world today. You stuck in whatever you went in 99, you stuck in 99. Some people do evolve, but a lot of people don't. They stuck in whatever time they went in. So when they come out, they playing catch up. Then you can't get a job because you still got to put on a felon. Then you have no job history because you was in there for 10 years or whatever.
Facts.
You fucked off. Then you go to, we got programs. There's no excuse. You got places who hire felons. Okay. So if it's 500 niggas getting released and it's 2 jobs, what's the success rate for that?
Jesus. Yeah, it is.
Facts.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So I look at all this stuff, and that's why I opened up my restaurant and started cooking.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't cook for shit. I literally taught myself to cook and learned in like a quick span.
Oh,
and
shit.
what happened when I started cooking out here was,
Hold on, before
Yeah, go ahead.
you get that, I gotta hear because you asked Ivan that. The craziest shit you've seen inside.
it's a lot of shit. Man, it's a lot. I seen a dude get maxed out, stabbed like bad, doing push-ups. They did burnouts, and dude's on his back, and you go until you can't.
Is this as a
push back
CO or
up.
is this as an
No,
inmate?
this was as a CO.
Okay.
So dude doing his little stuff, and then when he shaking, he couldn't get up, he collapsed to the ground. Dudes just stuck him, start sticking him.
Fuck.
That one was wild. I seen a dude get I didn't see him get his shit split, but the dude told me come get this dead motherfucker out of my cell. And I walk up to the cell, it's like that stench of blood, and you start seeing the shit coming out from under the door like he was flooding the tier. It was just blood everywhere. Dude, his head was attached by the damn spinal cord.
Oh shit. God dang.
That was kind of brutal. I seen these 2 little young cats 69 in each other.
Oh, Jesus, that's the worst.
That shit,
Dick on dick.
that shit was. What fucked me up with that one? Was I was counting, minding my business, bro. I was trying to do my damn job.
Is that a 69? That's not a 69.
No, that's the way it went. I'm counting. 32, 33.
Yeah, I don't think that's.
Go to the next cell.
That's
Little
a
flashlight.
69. That's like a.
33, 34.
Fendi symbol.
He said they was in there to survive.
He said 69.
Yeah, that's not a 69. That's like a
The hell is y'all doing?
2 and 2.
That look.
That's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
And then it was funny because they was trying to shut me up. They were trying to shut me up because I was like, man, what the fuck is y'all doing, bro? I don't want to see that shit. And all the inmates start coming to their window, like looking, trying to see who house I was.
Them niggas gay!
They was doing it. They over there like, I'm like,
Hell no.
You gotta write it up, don't you?
yeah, you do. And I was, Like, but it's like one of
Why
those
let that
things
nigga suck dick?
where you like
gotta write it
contemplating.
up.
You contemplating because you sitting there like, damn, do I really feel like doing this paperwork?
Let me
Yeah, you got to do the paperwork.
And
And
then
they're
you
not
don't-
supposed to be in the cell together.
And then you
doing
don't
that.
know.
Like,
You don't know if one person is being like abused and forced and shit like that. So it's kind of like you obligated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like that's the kind of shit that you like. You see all types of wild shit. Like I wouldn't be able to. I didn't heard wild shit. Like you just.
Did you come across the legend?
Big Pretty?
There you go.
I told Big Pretty I'll whoop his ass. It's funny because when I saw him, I'm expecting a monster. I'm expecting dude from Green Mile. That's what I'm expecting because you hear these
Oh, I
stories.
was gonna say, yeah, you gotta put a pause.
So
on
I'm
that,
sitting there like I'm expecting this big 6'10", just ripped out of control, like knocking niggas out, sucking them up and giving them a Snickers bar. Like that's what. So I'm like,
just old man.
and then when I see him old fat mother, but Big Pretty is Big Pretty. So you know you respect him, you stay out his way, and you know you just keep it moving. But I'm sitting there, look, I said, Big Pretty, you ain't that. I think I can get you, bruh. He was like, yeah, Blake. A lot of people thought that. And I said,
Is the candy bar shit real?
It's a real thing. The knockout, the dick sucking, and the candy bar on the pillowcase.
Wait. 'Cause you went
he was old by that time. He wasn't as bad, but it's
Kind of go. You
They real
went
story.
a little fast. How did that go?
Well, the legend of Big Pretty, and you know, you guys won't be able to see it, but you know, he got extensive history of getting his sucking people's thing, knocking cats out, and leaving candy bars on their
I
pillow.
didn't get the candy bar first, knock you out, and then
I mean, whatever it was,
whatever the order it is.
it was
He
a
knocked you out
legendary
and then
thing.
suck you off.
Man, I never seen anything. I'm just repeating what I've
What
been
the
told
legend
when
is.
I was in
Legendary
there. What the
story.
legend of Big Pretty was. I never seen the man do none of that.
My crazy.
When I was there, he was old.
Pretty story is him walking up on your homie in the gym and telling him like, "I would love to
Jesus Christ.
Oh God,
have
he
you,
shot his shot.
have you as my celly."
Oh,
And I was just like, and
We-
we playing
That is
cards.
I don't.
was like,
I don't.
Like-
Yeah, Mike was here. I think Mike was here. We had somebody here not so long ago.
yeah.
The prison mindset kind of turned on randomly, and we was all sitting here.
Oh
like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh shit! He turned. We was all having a conversation like this. He had been down for a very, very long time. We're talking about 20-something years, and he turned. We having a conversation like we have it now.
Normal conversation.
And he turned to Ivan and said, "You are real interesting. You are real interesting."
How do you even respond to that?
Because it was like cold. It was like dark. It was
when you
like,
don't know, you
oh,
don't know,
shit,
though.
what is happening right now?
So I'll tell you guys something that's interesting, and this shit, like, people get prison and shit misconstrued because they see what they see on TV, right? One day I'll kind of notice people's behaviors, to say that, and my guess and my calculation was it was about 6 cells on the block that had domestic partnerships. That's what I'm gonna call it. So I'm doing my little morning workout routine, and dude was like, I said, hey, they like husband wives or something. He was like, he looked at me, started laughing. He said, you figured it out yet, Blake? I was like, I said, figure what out? He said, how many people in here, you know, messing with each other? I was like, so we go through, and I'm like, this cell, this cell, this cell.
This why
cell,
you
this
in,
cell.
though.
This why I'm in. This cell, this cell, this cell. And he was like, he's not even close. So he tells me, dum. It was more than half.
shit.
Real Housewives
because
of
they in there
Prison
doing
is
hard
something
time.
wild.
It was more than half.
But you talking about Lovelock too. You talking about Lovelock, right?
This is in Lovelock.
yeah,
this
that's a different story too, though.
So it was
talking
more
about a whole
than
nother prison.
it was more than half. So as a CO, I know I had to take a dude to UMC because they use strawberry jelly instead of grape.
Because of the seeds and the strawberry.
What?
On the Lord's Day?
I'm-
This is what we do on the Lord's Day?
I'm serious. Like this is the stuff
This is the
that
Sabbath, ain't it?
this is the stuff that this is stuff that happens, man. Like
Why the strawberry is not great?
they use the strawberry, not grape.
Was they allergic to strawberry?
Nah, I didn't mean them seeds.
Now I'm invested in the story. Like now I want to know what happened with the strawberry.
Imagine
you?
I'm gonna use my imagination
just
to say
some-
it's the seeds and the strawberry jelly that was probably ripping.
it was hurting something.
It was hurting.
It was hurting something.
That's what I'm thinking.
Wow.
I don't want to think about it. I'm trying.
But that's
what
like
about you?
it's like that's but that's prison. that shit does happen. It's not somebody beating you up and raping you. It's literally people enter into relationships.
Well, we always joke about it all the time about, we know a lot of people that go in there and kind of like rebrand.
No, I'm gonna tell you like this, man, and I don't care what nobody say about it. If you gay, you gay, bro. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. They're talking about gay into the gate. Nah, you gay. If you're
into the gate.
if your dick can stay hard from a man, you gay, bro. Like, just accept it. Accept it. That's what you are. Like, I literally called Brittany while I was locked up and told her I thought I had erectional what's the shit? Dysfunction. Because
it's fucking crazy. You called her to tell you.
No, because you know how like niggas like we wake up in the morning with wood.
Yeah, not that.
Bruh,
No.
my shit was nothing, and I'm sitting up here like, I thought my shit was broke. I was like, maybe it's because I'm stressed. Maybe it's, I'm not sure, but I'm like, I ain't
That's
like.
a crazy phone call from prison.
No, I swear to
real.
God.
Baby, my dick ain't even working in here.
I swear. No.
Yeah, what do you get words of affirmation? Like, it's okay, baby.
No, it's not okay. It's not okay. But
Don't forget you a man.
But psychologically, if you
Sigh
think
of relief for her.
if you psychologically, if you really think about that, right? You know, like that really is like, how would you take that phone call? Like, my dick don't work. Like, what was not supposed to work. So for me, when I sit back and I thought, like, I said, yo, I'm in a fucking institution with nothing but men.
Yeah.
Why would I ever be? So when I see these other cats like beating they meat 24/7, like, oh, I'm about to go to the house and whack mine. I'm just sitting here like, how are you?
The conversation y'all just have, just out on the.
No. This is how this shit is. Like, literally, niggas be like, hey, can I get some of them? I got 2 soups. Can I get this this magazine you got? Like, I'm about to go beat my shit. Like, it's just so, like, you just sitting there like.
Definitely make good money from them pictures. I appreciate you.
Yeah, I had an uncle that did.
I know
that,
somebody who sells.
Yeah.
So do y'all, okay. We this one for the turn.
This how this shit.
Yeah.
It is. It's
Do y'all as the system and the COs, like when it comes to the trans women and the not necessarily gay, but like the trans women, do you guys treat them with special care or not put them in like?
They get sold by themselves. But I know there was one that was, I knew there was one in Lovelock that I had seen, was a pitcher, was like the best pitcher, and he was housed with another dude, and he full on like, ponytail, the shirts up, like the whole nine. I seen a dude in there with boobs one time, and I was like, that's like and they had set me up. It
There's
was
a lot of them in NCC.
They got me.
You can get really. I know we seen like the Donald Trump commercial, but you can really like get boobs and shit. Like,
Like
Prison
they make people take the
hormones,
the
right?
little
The
hormone
hormones,
thing.
they start growing
if they've been on it before they came in, they'll continue it while they're there.
shit.
So they got me one time real good. You do the. I'm about to tell you, they got me real good.
You not starting these conversations.
No, they got me real good. they had the inmates standing against the wall. You had to do like strip searches when they going to visiting and stuff, right? So they came back from visiting. So I come in and he's against the wall. So all I see is dude against the wall. So we doing the strip search. So he's taking off the little articles of clothes and passing it over. You make sure ain't no contraband in there. And then they got to turn around and face you to do the little hokey pokey, check behind your ears and all that. It turns around, the thing got boobs. the dudes is over there laughing at me because they knew, and I was just like, I was caught off guard. I was like, what the?
yeah.
Like, this is a men institution. This is a maximum security. What is this? It fucked me up. But this is prison is funny.
This could have been a whole fucking show.
Prison is funny.
Crazy.
So you saying you didn't know how to cook coming out?
When I came out here, I went out to fast food a lot. I tried to cook some stuff and it just wasn't what it was supposed to be.
So where did the idea come from?
So when I was locked up, I was like, prior to getting locked up, I had kind of got okay, but not really good. But I was like, yo, you think about food. That was, so while other guys are thinking about whacking off and shit, I was thinking about food. Like, damn, bro, I want this. Damn.
I tell you, got a soul, man.
So
What is something in prison like you take for granted that you ate?
nothing.
That I ate in prison?
Out of prison that you take for granted that you can't get while you in? Like, god damn, I missed that.
Everything.
Steak, but everything. Steak for sure. like, and then you get the different beef jerkies and you try to make it taste like steak. You put inside your, you know what I'm saying? Like you try to figure it out, but like steak and
You put A1 on the beef
different
jerky.
shit. Yeah.
You trying to rehydrate it?
Yeah, you try to turn the beef jerkies into steak.
anything.
You do for real. Like,
I made that sweet sweet and spicy pork. You ever had
yeah,
that?
yeah.
I get the pork rinds, put the little grape jelly and the raspberry crystal
It's not
light.
jelly in prison.
Kind of hit that shit up.
We
Throw
all
it in
get all
there.
this jelly from him.
Jelly is an ingredient
Jelly is
in
an
prison.
ingredient in prison. You can get it. Yeah.
Jelly and peanut butter is ingredients in prison.
Yeah. I just make that shit into
Like sometimes
sweet
you just
spicy
buy the
pork.
soup. You don't buy the soup for the soup. Like it's like
You buy it for the seasoning package.
yeah, like okay, this chili lime shrimp. I'm not really a shrimp eater, but this chili lime shrimp, if I put it with this jelly, I can make some sweet and sour chicken. You know what I'm saying? Like
Damn, I ain't think about it like that.
That's how I do it. I remember when I started making that little shit, the CEO thought I had somebody bring it into me. Because like they give you the little styrofoam for lunch, right? I wouldn't eat that shit, so I just threw the food in the toilet and I kept the styrofoam. I cooked my noodles, got the little it was the green pack, the plain chili.
yeah.
So I cooked the noodles, drained all the water off of it, put the little season on there, toss it, so the noodles got that nice little color. Then I made the little jelly with the raspberry crystal light, mix that shit,
Yeah.
put it over top of them pork rinds, shake up the bag real good, put that shit on top of the thing, it look like Panda Express. So when I'm sitting in there, I'm sitting there fucking it up. I'm fucking it up. And the
So you
dude
really
come-
took prison spreads to the streets.
pretty much. Like I was like, I started really thinking about, damn, what would I be good at? What can I make? So I came up with 3 different restaurant concepts. I sent it back. I don't know if Brittany really believed in it, but she entertained it. At least it made me feel like I could do it. And then when I got out, I was like, okay, well, I got to make money. So I started washing windows. So now I'm washing windows, doing my shit. Then I was like, damn, washing windows, making money. I said, I was like, I want some barbecue. So I made some ribs. This dude pulls up. You know how barbecue is when you smell that? Yeah. So dude see me out there on the grill. He's like, man, you know what you're doing? I lied. Yep. He's like, man, I'm going to have to check you out. I said, man, I got one right here. He said, word? I said, yeah. I cut him a little piece off, give him the rib. He said, man, how much you charge for a slab? I said, man, I really don't be selling and shit, but when come around here, man, I'll make you one. I said, you get it, I'll cook it for you. He's like, all right. So I hooked him up a couple of slabs, and he was like, yo, I used to buy this shit from dude, he used to charge me $40 a slab. He said, man, you think we could do 30? I said, yeah, that's cool. I made him some slabs. He took it to work. The people at his job, and I had made some baked beans and potato salad. Dudes at his job was like, oh my God, where'd you get this from? This shit is fire. He's like, was this roadkill? He's like, nah. He's like, this shit better. And he was like, oh my God.
That's
so
crazy.
They put an order in the following week. I made that. Then I had some leftovers, and I just went to a barbershop and gave it to my barber. So then he was like, hey, man, when you making that shit again? So I was like, all right, bet. So I took some shit to the barbershop, took some shit to that dude's job, and they became my first 2 clients. And then I was like, well, instead of like trying to sell, I was looking online, looking at other people, and I was like, okay, instead of trying to like do it like that, I'm just gonna go to buildings where it's like people, so I could do one drop off. So I had sold up like 2 county buildings, that barbershop, Social Security, and DMV. So I started there, and you know how word of mouth is, and it's like I blew up overnight. So I think for Vegas, it was kind of like they had their people that was like their cooks. Like you couldn't say shit about them. That they was the ones.
Can you give us one?
You had like Jeff the chef.
Okay.
You had I can't remember her name. She had passed. She was real sweet. Rest in
see her
peace. I can't
face.
remember her name though.
The light lady with the green eyes. Is that who you're talking about? She had a restaurant.
She was actually her too. But they she was a heavy set girl, but she could cook. And
Is it Bray or something like that?
Bray.
Okay.
Bray was one, and then they had the homie Brandon. Shout out to Brandon from Ink Kitchen.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was like those was like the people that I always, would like heard about whenever somebody like, oh, this person cook. So I looked at them as inspiration. I was like, yo, they up here, they got all these followers, they doing their shit. I wanna get to that status one day, but it's baby steps. but I ascended kind of quick. So I had a lot of hate. I ain't gonna lie, there's a lot of people that was hating.
What I mean in the hospitality industry, what would hate look like?
People take subtle shots. Sometimes people don't have the guts to say shit to you directly, so they'll say some shit indirectly. What they call it, like gaslighting, kind of subbing. There we go. They sub a lot, and you read it. I always tell people, if it applies to you, you gonna take offense to it. Yeah. If it doesn't apply to you, keep scrolling.
So what did you see and was like,
people, y'all. It wasn't until I got in trouble when the allegations came out. That's when you seen everybody's true colors. Oh, y'all little favorite chef, huh? Y'all thought his ass was all. You start getting a lot of that type of shit, and you was like, okay. So you kind of see what it is. So, and I'm one of those guys. I read a lot. So I pay attention to stuff. I just choose not to respond to a lot of things because you just get tired of talking at some point. Yeah. And at the end of the day, the world's still moving. And that's one thing that I learned when I was locked up was I looked out the window and I'm watching all these cars go up to 15. And I said, nobody gives a fuck that I'm in here and that I'm innocent. Nobody gives a shit. It's not stopping nothing. The world's going to go on. I'm just one person. And when you kind of understand that, you get out and it's like, you hear the noise, you see the posts, you see the, it seems like every 2 weeks, somebody gonna post the shit and it's gonna go viral, and you just be like, what has it really stopped?
So what did your journey look like? Was it just getting out and then you said you had a few clients, you started cooking, you had a few clients. Did you do the food truck and then?
Never did no food truck, nothing. Everything was out my house. It was like the celebrity shit that kind of took it to the next level.
Who was your first?
I want to say not necessarily a celebrity, but a noteworthy person. I feel like Big Church was Floyd's bodyguard, and then Melissa, Floyd's baby mom, that's Yaya's mom, were probably the first two people to kind of like put me on. I cooked for them, and they was, they posted on their Instagram, and then you kind of got other people coming. Then Alexis Sky had me do like my actual like first like real like catering. The comedian Linnell. Then it just kind of like went up from there.
So what was the? Because I know I see you post like with celebrities oftentimes. What was the first one that was either you posted or they posted where you was like, oh shit, like shit's really really moving?
I'd probably say Marshawn or Devin Haney. Because Dev, I'll probably say Marshawn because I feel like he's more known. He's more popular. But Marshawn came in, Marshawn was dope, bro. Shouts out to Marshawn Lynch, man. Like I'm still mad about how he fucked up the Saints and stuff, but Marshawn when he came to the restaurant, bro, he was cool, bro. The dude was solid, man. He came in there, he talking to my employees, he dancing, he having a good time. He's a real nigga, man.
Absolutely.
And
I remember when he came. That's when you stole them people tacos.
Them niggas stole my shit. We gonna keep it at that.
You thought I forgot about that?
Hey.
You stole them people tacos.
I forgot about the tacos.
Hey,
You stole them people tacos. Yeah, he did.
Vegas. That's the first. That's like when Vegas really stood with me on that one. But and I'll tap in on that one too. But Marshawn came in. He didn't try the tacos first. He was a crab boil guy. He fucked up crab boil and gumbo. That'd be his go-to. Then he had me come to his crib and make some shit for him. It's a solid dude. And when I say like pay, like dude's food was like $400. He gave me a band.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like just that's him. So he was real cool. So that kind of was the one. Then when I had got shot, Marshawn had he had hit me up and he was like, man, I'm at the restaurant, man. I'm like, man, I'm at the house. I'm recovering. He's like, I said, man, I got shot last week. And he's like, you got shot? Like shot? I was like, yeah. I said, the nigga wet me up. He was like, oh, he's like, damn, bro, like, are you good? I was like, yeah. I said, but man, I want you to try these gumbo tacos. He was like, I said, try something different. Try the gumbo tacos and record it and tell me what you think. I'm gonna post it. He was like, all right. So he tried it. He called me. He told me, he said, it's good, but he just he's like, I just like my shit. Like I like regular tacos and I like regular gumbo. I don't like them together. He's like, but it was good. He's like, that's my preference.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, you know what I loved about it is it's your honest and it's your personal opinion because you have, you know, thousands of people who love him. And, you know, it wasn't his favorite, but, you know, he still, you know, that's his opinion. So you got to respect it. And, you know, of course you post that, it goes viral. Then here comes the people from Houston who, and the crazy part about it was, I always say this, there's so much food that I thought I came up with first. And, you know, somebody somewhere that maybe just don't got the same exposure or whatever, probably been cooking it, you know, way longer.
Yeah.
So when they said this, I was like, so the lady, I was like, well, you know, I don't even know who the fuck y'all are. Yeah. One, to try to steal your shit.
Yeah.
I was like, and then two, you know, now that you're saying it, it's like, hats off to you if you did make it before I did. I'm not sure because I've been making this before I ever put it on the menu. Just now putting it on the menu, so it's a different thing. But I was like, I'm like, are you telling somebody who made you guys made gumbo? So are you gonna give homage to whoever the first person was that made gumbo? It's fucking food. You know, how many hamburger spots are there? How many chicken spots are there? Like, you way to fucking Houston. You acting like you next door to me, and I went over there like the Krusty Krab or something and playing, and I'm gonna get that Krabby Patty recipe. Like, that's what kind of rubbed me the wrong way with him. Then you put up all these videos, and then when people kind of got on your head, you took the videos down. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I forgot about that shit. I forgot about that.
That's it. So, and I'm not gonna, and I'm not that type. I'm not gonna shy away from shit.
So when did you get burned? Have you got burned by anybody yet?
As far as what?
Like, you know, celebrities like,
Every celebrity I've cooked for, like, uses me again and again. So it's just one of those things where you.
So when you come up with the recipes, like, how did that happen?
Bruh, I don't smoke weed. I don't drink. I honestly, it might sound corny and simple, but I prayed for it. I was like, God, I want to be different. I don't want to be like everybody else. So when I started like making shit that was different, I got a lot of criticism. Like when I made the soul rolls, it was like, you know, it was the people who don't like they yams and mac touching, they was on my head, and then it was like
that's like a popular dish though, like the soul rolls.
Well, now I like it because I would like to say I'm a pioneer of it, but I also see that a lot of people put their own twist on it. People added things. Because like I said, mine was basic. It was just yams and macaroni. Then I started seeing people putting greens in there and then adding chicken and, you know, different little sauces to go on top. So, you know, it's respect. It's food. It's creative. And, you know, instead of getting mad, like I used to get mad when I seen people duplicate my shit, then I got to the point where I'm just like, take a bow. Like, nobody wants to recreate nothing that's not popping.
Getting shot. Is cooking a dangerous thing? Where you
so he gotta start playing mini man at the goddamn restaurant.
Like the Tupac of chefs.
That shit do hit. 25 cents. 25 cents, keep the change.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I got shot 5 times, but I'm still breathing.
That's what I tell him. I tell him, yo, got shot and still frying. You know what I'm saying? Got shot, still frying. You know what I mean?
What was that experience like?
I mean, it really
You
wasn't.
think it was a hitman?
It really wasn't nothing. It kind of just was what it was.
Did you ever get any word of who it was, or do you still think it was a hitman?
I mean, I don't really talk about stuff like that. I just kind of say that, you know.
Do you remember what happened?
Yeah, I just say shit happens, and I say that, you know.
Was the assailant found?
I mean,
no,
not by the right people.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, how do you remember that day?
Man, I was in there minding my business. I had 5 of my finest bitches in the car. We sitting there rolling down the street. I had went down to the Walmart get some shit for the restaurant, and I pulled up, and it was some awards that we had got nominated for. So I was trying to go through the phone to find like which ones we were nominated for, so I can post and tell people to go vote. And dude walks up on me.
You was at the Walmart and not the.
I was at the restaurant.
Okay,
but I'm saying I had just got back from Walmart.
Okay,
I forgot a couple of things, so I had called Brittany and told her, "Hey, I forgot this. Can you go run and grab it?" So she was coming to the restaurant right then and there. So instead, she turned around and went to the store. So thank God I forgot something because it could have been real bad. But I'm sitting in my car, I'm going through the little stuff, and I see a dude coming up. So I kind of look over. Dude don't got no shirt on. I'm thinking nigga homeless or something. So I reach to get 20. Kind of like open the door if I had to give him the 20. He's like, yo, you DB? So when he said that, it's like the street shit just clicks in. So now I'm sitting here like, nigga ain't got no shirt asking for me. Like, the fuck? I was like, nah. He was like, oh. He said, oh, okay. So then he like walks into the restaurant. I'm kind of like, I kind of brushed him off for real. Then he came back. And he was like, man, you sure you ain't DB? Because the person inside said that DB sitting outside in his car. And I said, nah, man. So I'm kind of like looking at him. So now I'm like, who is this nigga? So I get on the phone. I tell my manager, I'm like, yo, don't like tell nobody who I am. Like, who is this nigga? And she was like, I'm sorry, DB. I'm like, all right, man. Don't do that shit. So I got off the phone with her. He's coming. I call on the phone with one of my people, and I'm like, man, it's some nigga out here I don't know if he's trying to press me or what, but I said, I don't know what he's on, but I'm finna get out the car and see what's up. So he was like, what he got on? You got a strap on him? I'm like, I said, nah, he got on some basketball shorts. He ain't got a gun. I said, but he looked like he want to fight, so I'm finna get off in his ass real quick, and then, you know what I'm saying, it's just gonna be, it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
So I thought. So I see one of my employees come out, point at my car, like, yeah, that's DB.
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ.
I see dude kind of go like this. Then he walks around the corner. So dude's like, all right, bro, I'm on my way. As soon as he said he's on his way, pop, 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 pop. So the first shot hit the phone, hit me in the jaw. Second shot went through. I kind of dug down. Another one came across my lip. Turned the car on, put it in drive, and started driving off. I set up, got hit in the back, got my lung clipped. Then I turned out onto a rancho. I was trying to come back in because it's two entrances to the joint. So as I'm going behind Dottie's, it's another driveway to come in. I was gonna come back in and go hit the nigga with my car, but some car just came out of nowhere and cut me off, so I couldn't turn in without having an accident. So I just drove straight and drove myself to the little hospital.
It's the UMC, right there,
Right there, yeah.
That's a quick care.
It's like a quick care.
That's
But
not
I
a
wasn't-
hospital.
Nigga, quick care this motherfucker real quick.
I wasn't really thinking. I was like, it's like the process that goes through your head is, I was like, okay, damn. I was like, motherfucker just shot me. And then I'm looking for my phone so I can call Brittany. I can't find my phone. I didn't realize my phone had got shot. So
Oh no, that's
So
kind of
yeah,
funny.
it did. It really. I didn't realize my phone got shot. So I'm like, I'm gonna call Brittany and see what's happening. I'll drive past it. I was like, oh, let me turn into the church so that they can just call an ambulance because I don't know if I'm fucked up for real. I kind of looked down. I see my shirt was wet, so I was trying to figure out where that blood was coming from. I felt the one that went in my back because it kind of felt like a little nudge. So I was like, I knew I had got hit there, but I looked in the mirror. I'm like, dang, I got a hole in my face ball like this big. And I was like, oh yeah, the doctor stitched that shit up. It'd be all right. So I'm gonna go to this. I'm finna go to the church.
I was trying to like say serious. I was trying to say fucking serious.
Like what?
That's what I was thinking, man. Like
I
this,
just stitched that up. Like
that's what's going.
You know what I'm saying?
Like that's what's going through my head, man. So I get up to the church and nobody's there. I was like, ain't this a motherfucking bitch? So now in my head, I'm like, I said, damn, we always wondered how we was gonna die. I said, this some whack ass shit. Now I started thinking like
the movie moment was to say, God, why me? Right at the church, why wasn't nobody there?
but instead,
The movie moment.
that's the
was,
movie moment, but instead,
God.
I'm like, damn, ain't this some shit? So then I'm like, I said, oh yeah, this a little quick care right here. So I was like, all right, bet. I said, but let me park in the back just in case homie trying to catch me slipping. So now it's like the moment of truth, right? I park in the back. I open up the car and I kind of could see like the damage. Like I could see, this window's fucked up, that window's fucked up. I get out, I stand up, and I'm like, okay, you know, it's not my spine didn't get hit because I can walk.
Yeah.
Then I tried to like see how my body was responding. Am I out of breath? Am I like all of that? And I'm like, I'm cool. I'm cool. Where the fuck's my phone? So I'm looking, I still don't see my phone. Like, where the hell is my phone at? So I'm like, all right. So I start walking. As I'm walking, I notice my breathing is a little different, but I don't feel like it's dire. I go inside, like AWACS, and then when man was carrying cane, I open the door, and the lady's, oh my God. She's like, oh my God, DB, are you okay? And she was like, you want me to call Brittany? I was like, yeah. And she was like, okay, I'm gonna call Brittany. The other lady sitting there like, hi, sir, what happened to you today? I was like, I got shot. And she was like, have you been fighting?
Bitch.
You don't call an ambulance.
Yeah. I was like, I've been shot. Now, mind you, I can't,
Yeah,
like,
can't talk,
I got
yeah.
blood in I got hella blood in my mouth. So I'm like trying to hold that shit. I got shot. It's not even coming out the hole in the side or nothing. It's just, you know, I'm like, I got shot. So she keep asking, I'm like, I said, bitch, I've been shot. So then she like, oh, you been shot. And then,
Jesus.
You can't see it?
I'm sitting here and I'm like, I'm sitting on the desk looking at the door, just in case. And I'm kind of looking around the room and I see people kind of like, like, oh my God. So then they was like, sir, can you come over here to this room? Now the funny thing is the room really wasn't that far. But in that moment, it seemed like that motherfucker was like, way down there. So this white dude came, he's like, this is fucking bullshit, bro. Come on, bro. He put my little arm around his shoulder. He walked me to the little back. And I'm sitting here and they put me down in the wheelchair. Pissed me off instantly because I was like, why you just ain't bring the wheelchair to me and push my big ass in the room?
That makes sense.
But they made me walk. So when I get there, this is what gets like interesting. The police show up like instantly. And they want to try to ask questions. And then the lady keep asking me questions and I'm like, I got blood in my mouth. And so she gave me a cup. So I spit in the cup and a bullet come out.
Damn.
Shit.
So the cop's like, is that a bullet? Oh, look, I need the evidence bag. So he can get the evidence bag. And he's like, holy shit, it's the whole bullet. So I caught the bullet with my teeth.
Oh, you pootie tang.
Really?
You
Booty tag, huh?
Meteor man up in this motherfucker.
Sada. The cook catch bullets with his teeth.
With his teeth?
Meteor man.
With his
Now-
teeth?
Oh, that's a cool.
My boy showing up.
Now
Nigga,
the show enough clip makes more sense.
Man.
You doing the show enough shit.
The show enough one, and it's funny because I did that clip right before
You got shot.
before I got shot.
So you bought that on yourself.
Oh, you manifested that.
Man,
manifested
caught the
that.
bullet with my teeth. So one of them hit the phone and kind of like the fragments was like embedded in my gums.
Jesus.
And then the second one went like pretty much the same spot, and I caught that one with my teeth. Now mind you, when you getting hit in the face, like you a centimeter, a millimeter away from something that could be irreversible. So it's like, so you kind of like say that shit. I was like, damn, bro, like that's wild. And then when I got to UMC, that's when I had found out that my lung collapsed. And now I think that's the only time I really thought about like really dying.
Yeah.
Because I was like, that's how Pac went out. So I was like, oh shit, it's badder than I think it is. But like I said, doctors soaked the shit up, and I was like, oh, like he went in there, he cleaned the little fragments that he can get out, and then
You remember what that feeling was like? The
Well,
feeling of
when-
getting shot.
it was nothing. It didn't. I got some bullets that had ricocheted and hit me in my leg that burnt like a bitch. Like that shit hurt. That you in the hood, bro. Like shit happens.
Yeah.
I've lived in the hood my entire life.
You know what I mean? You ain't been in no house party that got shut up.
I've
I've
Been shot up. Yeah.
I ain't never seen a gangster was like, hey man, let me shoot this nigga with sleeveless hoodie on.
Right to bare arms.
Right to barrel. Got him. Got him.
That was pretty fucking good.
Hey, that's when you need that little.
That was pretty fucking good. I like that.
So A highlight of the restaurant is how was the Keith Lee effect? And did you know it was coming?
Nah, with Keith Lee, when Keith Lee came to my spot, he wasn't Keith Lee. So people forget that I got vintage Keith Lee before he blew up.
Okay.
So when he came, he still had a following, don't get me wrong, but he didn't do the shit with the pizza place yet. So, after he did the shit with the pizza place, that's when the Keith Lee effect kind of kicked in. So
I went to DB's with my family.
yeah, let's try it, and here's a review. First off, customer service. Customer service was fire. I give him a 10 out of 10. So he came before. So I really wanted him to spin the block, but you had people hitting him up, telling him, "Don't fuck with him. He's a pedophile, so he's probably not coming back." So and you can't, for me, it's like you can't blame the people because they're trying to protect their brand and their image. So it's like and nobody really wants to deal with that kind of shit. So I get it. It is what it is.
So to turn around after the Keith Lee effect, and then now you had the thing on TikTok with the
bad
complaining,
review.
And then I seen you speaking on that.
So,
which was very, very solid to say. I don't see. It's rare that you see a lot of people deal with bad publicity like that.
Well, the thing was she wouldn't have had the platform that she had if it wasn't me. And I'm just gonna be honest, I know that shit sound kind of, cocky or whatever,
one
but
of the videos that really, really blew up.
But the truth be told, her shit was fizzling out. I didn't have to respond. It was. I mean, I think she was at 12,000 views, and then when I responded, now everybody's going to revert to her video to see what the fuck I was talking about, and then her shit kind of catapulted after that. But I felt like her experience was the opposite of what I preach. So it kind of pissed me off to know that that's how my guest was. I don't care who it is. That's how my guest was being treated in my absence. So it's like, you the teacher and the substitute is getting, mistreated by your students. Like, nah, fuck that. So her experience was her experience and it needed to be addressed. What I didn't like was a lot of times with black businesses and small businesses, you don't have an opportunity to right your wrongs.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, as soon as somebody says something negative, it's like that's just what it is, and you got to eat that.
Got that bad.
And you can go to McDonald's. That shake machine broke all goddamn summer, but you still gonna go. And they have the benefit of that, but you're one of one.
Right.
So you don't have an opportunity for no mistakes. There's no room for error. So I was very disappointed in my staff because of her experience. I did reach out to her in her DM and asked her if she can come back to the restaurant and give us another opportunity to write that. And she respectfully declined. She said she doesn't circle back to no restaurant that she had a bad experience at. And then I noticed that there was somebody who had commented on her shit saying like, "Oh, he ain't doing. He knew them people was fucked up. Fuck him and his restaurant, girl. I'm glad you blasted his ass, et cetera, et cetera." And then she was agreeing with it. Like, she was like, "Yeah, his posting get no clout. Like, he only got clout because of me, kind of stuff." And I'm looking like, you only have 500 followers. That like little shit. Like, I'm like, you have 500 followers. Like, you just got about 300 and something followers just off of bashing. My restaurant. And I got about 3,000 followers out of the ordeal by my response. But the thing is like, I don't know if she was really genuine now. Now I'm kind of looking at like, where you got a little clout now. Is your stance like, oh, I'm gonna be negative now because that brought me the attention that we all crave on these social media platforms, or are you like genuine? Because to me, I feel like, and this is me. Her way she feels is how she feels. With me, I'm like, if I had a bad experience at a restaurant and the owner reached out to me and said, "Hey, can we rectify? Here's a gift card or something. Come in and we'll take care of you." I'm gonna come back because it's free to me. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, and hopefully the experience is better this go around.
So that you think the review wasn't genuine?
I feel like her review was genuinely her experience. Okay. But then I feel like once the negativity poured in, I think she like switched.
Gotcha.
Because she's not commenting. She wasn't really commenting saying positive things. She was kind of like, if someone said something positive, she was kind of like, had like a negative response. And then, the negative people was like, yeah, So I was just kind of like, she was
showing clear bias.
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
But like I said,
So that's why I said that posed the question was the review actually.
I just think that was her experience, and I think that was her genuine experience, and I think that if I'm not sure what the customer service was like because I wasn't there that day. The Bayou fries looked good to me. She said there was no sauce. She could have easily got more sauce if she asked the girls, but if the girls are being nasty with her,
But you said
I would walk the
enough
fuck out.
sauce.
No,
You did say something was going on that day with the cook or something.
when I talked to the cook that made it, he told me that he didn't have no sauce, so he kind of just he made it with what he had. When I looked at the picture originally, I was like, they don't look bad. Mm-hmm. They don't like the way that she was making it, like she was throwing dubs on it, like it was just the worst thing in the world. Because she was like, I couldn't eat all my fries because I didn't have enough sauce. Then I look at the bottom, I'm like, okay, it's like 10 fries in there. She could have got a side of sauce for real, but when I heard him, that's what I thought originally was like. I'm like, that shit don't look too bad, and she could just got extra sauce. But when I actually did the investigation and talked, then it's like, okay, she didn't get the proper amount of sauce on her fries, so she's correct, she's valid. The catfish, that was, so I said, which y'all got the 4 smallest pieces of fish in the thing and gave it to her. I was like, and I preach this shit all the time. Make your plate the way that you would give it to your mother. If you're not gonna give your mom no bullshit, don't give my paying customers no bullshit.
Or make the plate like you would make it if it was you.
Yeah, like period. Like that's the standard. So my staff was wrong in this, and that was her experience, and I respect it. And all you can do is make adjustments and move on.
So did you feel responsible for it? Because I know that you had made a post about stepping away from the restaurant. So during this time when she did the bad review, you had already stepped down. So do you still feel? I mean, what made you still feel responsible for that? You know, although you're not involved with the restaurant.
It's like my name is on there. Mm-hmm. So when you say DB's Cajun Kitchen, you automatically associate me no matter what. So when I stepped down, it had a lot to do with the comments about me being a pedophile and all that kind of stuff. I was just like,
feel like it was taken away.
Brittany felt like it was taken away from the business. We had a great opportunity to expand, and some people didn't want to help with the expansion because they felt like, he's we're not sure about him. We don't know how this is, and I was like, okay. And I had talked to Brittany, and I was like, I feel like if I step down and I remove myself, it might have a negative effect because now people might not want to come because I'm not there. I said the people who talk shit, 9 times out of 10, they're not gonna come spend money here anyways. So fuck them. The people who are spending money, they respect what we doing, they see what we do in the community, and they try to focus on positive, and they're more responsible because they're like, this dude ain't been in court yet. They're like, let's see how this plays out. So you have that. I would respect people more if they say, hey, I'm not gonna come until this court shit's over with.
It's 10 years.
That's something else.
Case. That is crazy.
It's 5. It's 5.
Oh, 5?
So
That's still crazy.
is it hard to not only operate a restaurant but like to maintain a brand with somebody you're going through a divorce with?
It has its challenges, but I would say this, like, Brittany has had to put up with so much shit. Like, and this is what I be saying, like, this is what makes me like sad. I told you guys how I felt about like my sons and their mental health and things like that going through this. Brittany has been guilty by association. So she lost her job from being married to me. And a lot of people don't know that. Wow. So at one point, like, the only revenue we had was what I was making cooking. And, I feel like what God has for you, nobody can take away. So I feel like the reason why the support kept coming in, no matter how many times people posted articles or said negative things, we stayed afloat. So for Brittany, it's like she's lost a lot just from being married to me. She lost her whole career and everything. So for me, I'm a competitive person. So I'm like, I'm gonna show these motherfuckers, like, fuck the DA. I was on my Tupac stuff. Like, everybody was, So that's how I was. I was like, fuck Nevada as a staff, CD as a motherfucker. Like, I was mad. But my thing is, I'll show you. I'm gonna hustle my ass off. I'm gonna do the best to put the best stuff out and make sure that me and Brittany are always good. So when Brittany left, was done with her career, it was like everything that Brittany wanted to do, she was able to do. Travel the world. She out the country all the time. She stay fly, nice cars, everything. And I was like, you wasn't doing that when you was working for them. Like, see how it is, being an entrepreneur. But not only that, putting our kids in a better position and situation. So it's now to the point where it's like, so now you break up and you have to divide money and you got to see, who gets what and how can you sustain life with, because, when you paying one mortgage, it's different than when you got to pay two. Because now, if my place costs $3,000 a month and hers is $3,000 a month, that's $6,000 going out instead of $3,000.
Yeah.
Right. And that $3,000 that's a lot.
Right.
So it's little small shit like that. So you do have your challenges, and right now I'm at the point where I'm really considering just giving her full control of everything. Like, I'm not gonna get paid from DBs no more or nothing. I'm just gonna let her have it.
With your name on it?
With my name on it, and I'm just gonna figure it out. I'm gonna still help. I'm just not gonna get paid, because at the end of the day, that's how my children eat. And some people have a hard time coping with that, but it's like we live our life for our kids. And when you're a parent and you understand that I can make money, I can hustle and make money.
Yeah.
My kids, they can't fend for themselves. Brittany, she poured a lot into me, and she deserves the world. I don't care, about us not being together. I look at it like that's the mother of my 3 children, and she rode with me through a lot of shit. So it's like I feel like I'm doing the right thing as a man to make sure that she's okay. And like I said, I'm out here private chefing now. A lot of people didn't know I had got a job working at this little golf course, trying to help them do their stuff. And I'll be bumping heads with the lady there. I went in there very humble, but it's her kitchen, and I have to abide by her rules. So she don't respect that I'm a hustler, and I still got to cook for my private clients. I still got to get this shit done, but I'm not calling in on your shit. I'm making my shit in your kitchen. I'm making my shit in your kitchen, and I'm getting it out, and I'm still doing my whole job without no interruptions. But I also respect the fact, like I said, that's her kitchen. So I gotta either abide by her rules or bounce. So I look at it like, I work here a whole day. I make this set amount of dollars. I cook their food in 15 minutes and make a little bit more than what I'm getting paid for 8 hours here. So yeah, that's kind of where my head is. But I just figure I can still do my thing with her. We can work alongside each other. And at the end of the day, it's just about trying to make sure the brand stays alive and my kids are good.
You the first chef in here. I ask this question often, but you the first chef that's in here. How much vagina been thrown at you because you cook?
More than I can catch. And to be honest with you, I'm a very transparent person. I was dibbling and dabbling, and you kind of get to the point where you just like, all right, I'm over it. I have my stage, I have my fair share of fun, and then like now it's just like, okay, that shit was old.
I get you. It's overrated.
There's nothing there.
Yeah.
Do you guys use catfish or soy fish?
Catfish. And you know what? The financial strain of that is high. But one thing you'll know, you'll hear some people sometimes get mad that we don't have shit. Like, oh, they don't have, I came in and have this. Yeah. I don't compromise on ingredients. So
that's important.
So from soy to cat, that means
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna break it down economically for y'all. A 20-pound case of swai fish is like $33 for the case. Catfish would be like $56, $57. And sometimes, depending on what's going on, it could be up in the low 60s.
That's a big difference.
It's a huge difference. So if you're at a restaurant and you in the business, the money making industry, it's easy to say, let's sell this because we're gonna make a bigger profit versus selling this for the same exact price, and people still gonna complain about their portion or whatever the case may be. So
now that you've been through it all, do you feel like owning a restaurant is all it's cracked up to be?
It's work. If you lazy, you can't do it. It's as simple as that. You either got a hustler mentality or you don't. So for me, it's like I always been a worker. I see my daddy get up and put his damn pants on and go to work no matter what. dude was in the military working a overnight job to get us out of our fucked up living situation to a better living situation. So, like, when you see that shit as a kid, and that's why it's, the shit with my sons is even more dramatic, and that's why I formed the men's group and the mentor group for troubled youth. Is like the presence of men is so important in the development of our children. And it's not to say that moms aren't capable. It's just that women cannot raise a man.
Yeah.
That's the reason why you see a lot of these men that's soft and emotional and all that extra shit that's raised by women. I don't have no woman trait. I can't teach my little girls how to be no woman. I could teach them to be ladylike. I could try, but at the end of the day, they're not going to be in touch with their emotions because that's not me. So when you dealing with little boys, moms always see their sons as, oh, that's mama's baby, and they coddle them and they do all that shit. Everybody got to get a trophy and all that kind of stuff. Dad's like, nah, shut all that shit up. You know you lost. You want the trophy, you need to win. You need to put the work in so that the kids really need a balance.
Absolutely.
And that's what it comes down to. So that's
So, because I know you haven't spoke with your boys, and we know we all become adults, and one day that may be a conversation between you and your boys. How do you perceive that conversation would go?
It's gonna be tough because I've thought about this like 5 million times, man. Like I was like, yo, I thought my trial would have been over. So my thought was my son would have been, 13 maybe, my oldest son, and we would have the opportunity to still kind of reconnect, go through some therapy and things like that. But he's 17 now, and my other son, G, he's about to be 15.
Shit, man.
So assuming that we go to trial eventually, by the time that's over with, it's like you have to. It's so much stuff that you got to do to get to the point where you can talk to them. Like I'll give you guys something that was kind of crazy. It was a lady that came to my spot to talk to me because she, he's a pedophile.
Yeah.
And then we had a mutual friend that like told him like, don't fuck with me, don't all that. And he was like, yo, do you know the dude? Like, do you know the story? Like, maybe you should reach out to him, So she reached out to me and we had a conversation. It's just me and her. And she asked me, she said, would you have her arrested for the shit she put you and your children through? And at that time I said no.
Oh man, all
because
women gotta do a bid for that.
My thought process was anything that happens to her negatively is going to impact my children. Right. So that's what my head was. 5 years later, I'll absolutely have her arrested.
All women should have to do a bid if you keep.
It should be. This is something that should be law because you gotta realize this. She should be held to a higher standard. One, because she's a law enforcement person, so she knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing.
You don't pay child support as a man. If you don't pay child support, you can get your license revoked.
Yep.
And you can go to jail.
More than just your driver's license, though. Like any license,
business license, everything.
So
real estate, anything like that.
That's crazy.
We should it should be some
sort of
repercussions on the other
I
side.
got my damn license.
I think so. Because that's all I was thinking. I said, think about everything that was taken from me over these 5 years. I had some high-end clientele that I was unable to go and do stuff with because you're on house arrest.
You said you almost had the NFL, right?
Well, the NFL people, when they had the Super Bowl, we couldn't do it because of my pending allegations. I had a bid with some very notable A-listers that wanted me to travel to their state to cook for them and stuff. Couldn't do it because I can't leave the state. So it was just like you miss out on so much stuff, and like people don't even know that it's not true.
Well, I mean, you've had a lot of accomplishments, man. But I hope things get a little brighter for you. And,
we gonna roll. We gonna roll.
But we appreciate you for this. I hope we was able to be an outlet for you.
Well, you see, nobody really ever got me to kind of talk about it.
Yeah,
it's one of those things that I always kind of just been like, I never wanted to say nothing or pop my shit until it was over.
Well, the one thing I respected, and I was when I was talking, talking to the guys, the one thing I really respected is, I can be good. I can be really, really good at the internet thing. So there's been like twice where I brought you up. I know the first time was when you were when you got shot.
Okay.
And then this recent time, and you came on there and you were like, you didn't take it like, you didn't take it like super personal. We interacted. You was talking to other people, and it was kind of like shit. You know what I mean? I respected it. So I said, man, let me hit him up and see if we can have a conversation, man. And then talking to other people. That's when I got hit with the allegation stuff, and I was like, "Oh,
but
shit."
But the crazy thing, that's what they do. Like literally, there's people that every post, anything that has to associate with me, they take it out their time and their day to go and personally hit people in their inbox to post an article, tell them shit, and you sitting there like, you have that much time and energy to do that to somebody that you do not know.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if you put that same time and energy into something positive for your life or for your family or whatever, where you could be at. That's why I kind of like, I look at it and I just say, like, the devil's busy. God has to have something big for me because I've been through too much. My story's too big. Like, like I said, it's like a Tyler Perry movie, but I want 50 Cent to do it. But it's like,
please let him do it.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Don't let
literally like
Tyler do it.
it's literally like that because it had my people there with a fucked up wig and stuff. But like, you know what I'm saying?
So where can the people find you at, man? Give them all your.
It's DB's Cajun Kitchen on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, DB the Chef. I'm in there. DB the Chef LV on Facebook. Matter of fact. Oh,
fellas.
Oh, starting my way?
Yeah.
Okay. Skinny JR 777 on Instagram.
I am S to the O, Instagram, Twitter, and what's the new shit? Oh, TikTok.
Hey, shout out to you, man. Y'all won too.
Yeah, I saw it.
Shout out to y'all.
Y'all play the Commanders?
Yeah.
That's a good win.
I said that. I should have put that.
Shout out.
Fucking up everybody
Damn,
ticket,
man.
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Young Al Bundy, YUNG_Al_Bundy on Twitter and Instagram.
Shayna_Candy everywhere.
You can find me on Twitter at Just Call Me Spence. Hey man, shout out to TD Jakes too, man. He got he had a heart attack on live while preaching and shit, man.
Did he?
So, yeah.
Ooh.
While we was doing a review, yeah, man. So
February 8th.
shout out to him. Yeah. Hey, February 8th, man, our 7th anniversary, man. Hey, I should have put this out there at the beginning. February 8th, 2025. God damn, man, our 7th anniversary. Shout out to K Fly, hosted by K Fly. We got D Money. Yeah, that's what the RSS.
Rockstar DJ.
Oh, I don't know why I always like looked at that as like, how when ships be doing the RSS and shit.
USS.
Yeah, that's what I don't know why. Shout out to D Money. Hey man, get y'all tickets, man.
Pajama Jam.
Last time, thank God, man. We've sold out every event. Y'all still good now, but get your tickets, man, because at some point it is going to sell out. And for those last minute people, I ain't got nothing for you this time.
No bonnets. We gotta make an exception list.
Man, Jesus was killed by a thorn bonnet. Bonnets should be allowed.
You say bonnets, me and Ivan say no bonnets.
Why y'all say no bonnet?
Jesus had a thorn bonnet on and was killed by it.
I'm team no bonnet.
Even
too.
more reason to not wear bonnets.
No bonnet.
You just made the case for not wearing bonnets.
Stay out of women's business.
Man, wear a bonnet.
Hey man, that's it. Pajama Jam. Actually, yeah, it's a Pajama Jam, man. Shout out, man.
Get bonnets or you
we
gonna
putting
get
on for the city.
No bonnets. This should be like an extra charge to wear the bonnet. Bonnet gotta have its own ticket.
You know what? The way people look at pajamas is even. We said it was gonna be a pajama jam, and women went straight to lingerie. I'm like,
That's typically for pajamas.
I'm trying to turn up, man.
God bless him. God
I
bless him.
want
No.
more turn up, less sexy this time around. I ain't gonna lie
What?
to you. When women get try to get too fine, and then they got on the lingerie, they sit in the corner and they kind of just.
No, they gonna have that one piece on. The one piece with
The
the little
onesie with the
with
drop
the buttons
pouch.
in the middle.
Oh my God. Follow me on Twitter at Just Call Me Spence.
Wear the bonnet.
Follow the podcast pages on Twitter, Views from the 7, Instagram, Views from the _7, TikTok, Views from the _7, Facebook, Views from the 7, YouTube, Views 7 Network. Hey, we up out of here. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.